So did you know every 14 seconds in the world, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer? 1 in every 8 women worldwide will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. In South Africa, the most common cancer amongst women is breast cancer, and the lifetime risk for South African women developing breast cancer is 1 in 27. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and to commemorate this month, I partnered up with the M-Store, which is based here in Port Elizabeth, Gqeberha, to discuss the importance of post-mastectomy products for women who have suffered from breast cancer. Welcome back to Ishvani Unplugged. This is the People Stories podcast where we celebrate the lives of incredible individuals. And we're here today with the beautiful Daniella, who's part of the M-Store. Hi, thank you for joining us today.
It's such a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I love this beautiful setup. All about breast cancer today. We're going to go into the depths of it as we celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October, or Pinktober as they say.
Pinktober.
There we go. So you're an orthotist.
Yes.
And can you tell us a bit about what an orthotist does?
All right, so an orthotist, it's like a very full title. It's Orthotist and Prosthetist. And yes, it's very ugly words. It doesn't sound better in any other language I've tried. So an orthotist, the orthotic side, is usually the rehabilitative side, meaning like the crutches, the wheelchairs, back braces, neck braces, compression stockings, and compression garments overall. And that's kind of like a very jack of all trades thing.
Yes.
And then the prosthetic side gets a little bit more interesting, where we do breast prostheses as well as, legs, arms.
Wow.
Very
incredible.
interesting. Yeah, it's lovely.
So what does the M-Store specialize in, and how do you help women on their post-breast cancer journeys?
Alrighty, so the M-Store specializes in mastectomy products or breast cancer products. So the M-Store is a medical practice. We claim through medical aid. We do private patients as well. And what we do is we see patients post-mastectomy or lumpectomy, which is basically where they amputate or remove partially the breast or the breast completely, and as well as the lymph nodes. And that's where we come in. We give compression bras, post-operative compression bras, and breast prosthesis, which is a silicone form or shape that fits inside a prosthetic bra.
Wow.
Yes, that's amazing. Really,
so
it's
hope
beautiful.
for a new life for them.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So why is the PE branch so unique, and how do you serve the community here in Port Elizabeth?
So the PE branch is different in the sense that we are the first branch in the Eastern Cape, trying to start putting feelers out everywhere else in the Eastern Cape. And also I myself am the only orthotist in PE that can do complete decongestive therapy, which is usually for the ladies that have had lymph nodes removed underneath the arm.
Yes, yeah.
And then if they start developing lymphedema, which is basically swelling in the arm and so on.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the M-Store in PE,
wow,
it's a bonus.
Yes, yeah. You guys are doing incredible things.
We're trying, I must say.
You absolutely are.
Oh, thank you.
So how do your breast prostheses, your bras, and lymphedema garments actually help women feel whole again after surgery?
So we're going to start with the lymphedema side because that's the more complicated side. So usually immediate post-surgery, what we do is we fit them with a compression bra, which then improves the lymphatic flow. And then that also prevents fluid accumulation, which is basically a fancy way of saying swelling. And we also want to try to prevent seromas, which is a fluid-filled pocket, and they usually form around here.
Okay.
So if there's compression on there, we have improvement of lymphatic flow, and then also improvement of blood flow, which then improves healing time.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the lymphedema garments on themselves, they also improve the lymphatic flow. So they push, should you have lymphedema, push all the fluid back up towards the lymph nodes.
Yeah.
And then prosthesis side and bra side, very interesting, very beautiful. You first and foremost, you get the breast prosthesis, which is a silicone form or shape that you fit inside the prosthetic bra. So that is something that you put on in the mornings and you take off in the evenings. So it's not a permanent solution. It's for the ladies who are scared to go for surgery again, and just for the ladies who are just like, I don't want big boobies again. I just want to feel normal. I want to feel beautiful.
Feel like a woman.
Yeah, I want to feel like a woman. Yes. And so then they can just put the prosthesis on and the bra on, and then they can remove them.
Yeah, and this takes me to my next question, is because most women struggle with post-surgical body positivity and confidence.
Very much so.
And do you guys walk this journey with them?
Yes, of course. I mean, sometimes I see these ladies before they go for surgery, so you already start educating them on what they can expect regarding chemo and radiation and the scars and the swelling, as well as the lymphedema training. And then you see them immediate post-op again after they have had the lumpectomy, meaning like a partial breast amputation, and or the mastectomy, and you put the compression bra on, pardon me, and then you make an appointment to see them 4 weeks later. We have some of the same conversations again, which is very good because then they're a little bit less stressed.
Yes.
And we fit the bras, we fit the prosthesis, and we see them yearly. I mean, because if it's a medical aid patient, medical aid pays for prosthesis once every 2 years, or if you're bilateral, meaning both sides, 2 prostheses once every 2 years, and then 3 to 5 to 6, depending on the medical aid, bras.
Yeah.
So we see our patients yearly. We change up the bras. We give the more colorful bras if the ladies wants the more colorful bras.
Yes.
Sometimes we just start them slowly with the more neutral bras, and it's just lovely seeing these ladies.
Yeah.
You start knowing
more and more about them, building relationships with them.
What they like, what they don't like, where it's sore, where it's not sore.
Yes.
All the same conversations. Are you smoking again? Or are you drinking enough water?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you wish that more women knew about the post-surgical options that are available to them?
So I really wish that people know that there is hope. That's an important thing. I really wish that people know that there is hope. People are so unknowledgeable. Is that the word? Unknowledgeable.
Yes.
Regarding the options that there are, the solutions that there are, what's the importance of a compression bra post-operative.
Yes.
And they just need to know that there is hope.
Yes, and there are options available.
Yes.
And how important is it for us to normalize conversations like this about prosthesis and prosthetic devices and, all these little gadgets that are available to us? Why is it important for women like you and I, who may not be going through breast cancer, to have conversations about these products?
So I think as somebody who doesn't have breast cancer, or you as the viewer, and you know somebody who does have breast cancer, because I know you at least know one person currently that has had breast cancer or is currently fighting breast cancer.
Yes.
If you know the options that they are available and that person doesn't, I only see positive things coming out of this, sharing this news, sharing that the M-Store can do this for you, that we can help you. And also that, yes, these patients, these people, our loved ones, they do tend to get a little bit difficult with treatment because they start feeling despondent. They start feeling ugly about themselves. And for you as somebody who is also experiencing this with the patient, I think for you sometimes, for the viewer, it's sometimes even worse.
Yes.
You have a worse experience than the person who's fighting this, because they are just focusing on surviving. You are focusing on them the rest of the time. Like, are you eating enough? How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Staying up in the evenings, praying for them. I think for you as the loved one or the carer, it's also important to know that you can help them. You can make them feel better. You can show them all these lovely things.
Yes, absolutely. So can you tell us a bit of about a transformative story with one of your patients?
So I've seen this patient, January this year, and I fitted her with a compression bra immediately after surgery. And she was quite angry. She was angry at life. She was angry with everybody else. She was angry at me. She was angry at the doctor. And so I went to her, I fitted her with this compression bra, and I explained to her all of these things, and we will be contacting her in about 4 weeks and so on, and then we will have a look at all the options that there are. And she was saying, you know what, I don't want anything to do with you. Just leave me alone. I just want to feel better. And I didn't have a choice. I had to say, you know what, it's fine.
Yes.
Take this time to heal. Take this time to feel better. This is not about me.
Yes.
This is not about what I can do for you. This is about you feeling better about yourself.
Absolutely.
And I went on with my life. I went on my merry way, seeing all my other patients and so on. And she ended up contacting me a month ago, 2 months ago, just saying, no, she's ready now. And she just wants to apologize for her rudeness. I mean, I didn't even remember that she was rude. I just saw this patient going through something.
Yes.
And she was just saying she's really sorry. She didn't want to have anything to do with anything. She didn't know it was going to have such a big impact on her not seeing breasts anymore.
Yes, yeah.
And so she contacted me, and we sorted her out. And she was in tears when we fitted her with her bras and her prosthesis. And it was just such a gratifying thing. It's beautiful seeing these tears, and I know I don't want to sound like a sadist or anything, but it's just, I'm actually getting goosebumps. It's just amazing seeing what you can do for these ladies.
Yes, giving them hope.
Yeah. So
a new life. Funny story, we chatted a bit earlier about a person that I also had on this podcast, Liana Keo, who is a good friend of mine and a colleague at Pathcare. And, she had gone through breast cancer, and she had a mastectomy. And, she spoke about the emotional aspect of it, because that's also it's an ongoing battle.
Yes,
so
very
even
much.
when the cancer was gone, she still, now that her breast had been gone, there was another emotional battle to fight.
Yeah.
And she shared a story about how, her daughter was getting married, and she was, they were going lingerie shopping, and she had walked into this lingerie store. And she said, her whole life, her boobs were just part of her.
Yeah.
As she said. And, now that one was not there, she felt so humiliated, so sad, so, like she didn't belong anymore, and not womanly, not beautiful.
Yes.
And it's absolutely incredible that you're giving hope to all these women and giving them a new lease on life with your devices. Yeah. So what message do you have to the women who may be watching today?
There's hope. There is hope. There's people out there that can help you, that can help your loved one. Losing your breast is not the end of the world, even if it does feel like that at that stage. There are solutions out there. There are options out there. You don't need to feel alone. You'll be okay. You are beautiful. You are whole.
Yeah. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So where can we find you?
So we are located in 113 Westview Drive, Mill Park.
Port Elizabeth.
Port Elizabeth,
Yes,
the GQ.
the GQ.
Yeah, and you can contact us anytime. We are available. You can WhatsApp us, you can email us.
You guys have a website.
We have a website. We have a bajillion branches out there.
Yes, all across South Africa now
All
too.
across South Africa, yeah.
Yes, KZN, Western Cape.
Yes, Gauteng.
Yes.
There's one now opening in Nelspruit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So you guys are spread quite far and
Yes,
wide.
yes. And then, oh, sorry, did you want to say something?
And you are the number one go-to person here for the Eastern Cape region.
Yes, I like to believe so. And then also, I just want to chat a bit community-wise.
Yeah.
We also donate gently worn bras for Reach for Recovery, and we also partner a lot with cancer. So we are trying our very best to reach out to the community who can't afford these bras and prostheses. We do donations as well,
yes.
and we are trying our very best to reach out further than just PE.
Yes, yeah.
So we're trying very hard.
And you're also creating awareness globally, probably.
Yes. Well, I hope we're doing it globally, but we are. I mean, we're doing speeches at the high teas.
Yes.
I recently did some training at Cancer Care, which is one of the biggest oncology centers in PE.
Yes.
And we did some lymphedema training for the nurses there.
Yes.
I'm also having a radio interview soon.
Incredible.
Yeah, so we're trying very hard.
Yes.
If each and every province is trying on their in their different way as well, but all of us are at the end of the day trying to raise awareness, to reach the masses.
Yeah.
And I would really appreciate it if you guys could also do that for us.
Yes.
Sharing knowledge is very good, very appreciated as well. Knowledge is power.
Yes, absolutely. And so thank you so much for chatting with us today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
It was
truly
so incredible and so informative as well. And I hope that we've actually touched some women and transformed some lives in the process.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I really do.
So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you found that these podcasts are inspirational and motivational. And like I always say, we all have a story. So what's your story? Bye guys.
Bye. Hi everybody, this is Danny again from the M Store, Port Elizabeth, and I just want to show you some of the products that we offer at the M Store. And here we go. So this is a breast prosthesis, very nice and light. It's about 350 grams, which is quite light when we compare it with the previous old school technology. We get them in different colors. We get them in different sizes. So they tend to feel a bit squishy so that they can feel like a real breast. And this is a nice gel that fits inside of the bra. So this is basically a shape filler to mimic the normal breast tissue. And here is one of the bras. So I will be showing you some proper nice bras. I just want to start showing you the different sizes. So as you can see, this is quite a large size. That is because we cater for all shape and sizes. Here is another pretty bra. I really like this bra, nice and navy. Nice patterns. And then for our sporty ladies, we got some sporty bras. So obviously I'm just showing you a limited amount of bras that we offer because I do not have the entire day to show you this, even if I would and could. Then we've got some padded bras. So this is not your normal padding. This is quite soft so that there is still room for your normal shape. If you have another breast, if you have one breast. but then you can still put 2 prostheses in should you have both breasts removed. Then I just also want to share with you guys the characteristics of a prosthetic bra. So usually we would start with the fact that there is no wiring in any of the prosthetic bras. Wiring is bad, really bad for all of us overall. Then you'll notice that the straps are a bit wider than a normal bra. This is for pressure redistribution, as well as the fact that it is not going to be able to stop the lymphatic flow on the shoulders. So this is also going to help to relieve the pain in your shoulders should you have any pain there. Then you'll also notice that this is quite wide underneath the arm. That is to improve lymphatic circulation as well as blood circulation. So we always want the bras to fit as good as possible. And then the last bit is inside of the bra. We've got these extra pockets. So this is where this baby would go into. So this is how we wear a breast prosthesis with a prosthetic bra. This goes right in there, and then this will give its shape. And there we go. That is basically the ins and outs of what we as the M Store do.
So I'm joined now by the beautiful Rose Gowar. Welcome, Rose. Thank you so much for being here today.
It's such a pleasure, and such a pleasure to be able to maybe share my journey with people who have a diagnosis as I had 13 years ago.
Wow, yes, it's been 13 years. So you are a breast cancer survivor.
Totally.
Yeah. And you also work as a psychologist here in Port Elizabeth.
I do, and I have a very eclectic practice, but I often am asked to work with women and men who have breast cancer. And it can sometimes be quite challenging, because when you get that diagnosis that you have stage 3 cancer,
sure.
You become very human in it, and all your knowledge somehow, I won't say it doesn't apply, but the human side of you comes out.
Absolutely.
And often when I work with women, I see that very human side, and it does echo in my soul.
Yes.
And yet, despite that, I think because you're a cancer survivor, there's a lot of comfort for your patients as you work with them.
Because you connect to them so well. You can connect to them because you've been in their shoes. Hey.
It sometimes almost feels like you know what questions they're going to ask you during the process, and it's comforting to be able to know that you are going to be able to answer those questions, or at least be able to say to them, I sort of know how you feel.
Yes, yeah. And there's hope at the end of it as well.
And there is hope.
Yes,
and
yeah.
if I've always had a very positive attitude, fortunately. My oncologist worked with a wonderful man. He's retired now. And about 6 or 7 years into my treatment, he said to me, Rose, you're going to be okay. And I said, I'm so glad, doctor. How do you know that? And he said, your positivity has been wonderful. And please, that's not anything about myself. I was just so grateful. And I worked right from almost straight after my mastectomy. And I think that kept me going.
Yes, yeah.
So I think keeping busy and keeping focused while looking after your health and resting are the secrets to success.
Yes. Oh, beautiful. So can you take us back to the moment that you were diagnosed? What was going through your mind when you heard the doctor say you have breast cancer? Maybe
just tell you a little bit. I discovered my lump myself. I immediately made an appointment the next day to go and have a sono. And I realized when they called the radiographer and they rescanned and did the mammogram for a second time, that there was something that was concerning. And then the day after, I got the call from the plastic surgeon to say, would you please come in? So I think the idea was there, But there was a reaction when he said to me, we have found breast cancer. And it took me a while to process. I felt very numb. I remember saying to my husband, I obviously had taken the day off, that I'd like to go to the bookshop, and I bought as many books as I could about breast cancer and how to eat healthily and how to... I just tend to do that. I love to read.
Yes.
And I think that was maybe my first step into processing that I could do something about it as well, you know.
Yes.
But I must...
Taking back your power in a sense.
Very much so.
Yeah.
But I must also say I had a fantastic team, and the support at, you know, from the oncology team was absolutely amazing. There was a social worker, obviously the plastic surgeon, and the lady who did the surgery, Dr. Whitlock-Jones, wonderful woman, wonderful. Yes. And what is maybe interesting is that after the mastectomy, I've never been anybody who's been terribly concerned about body image. I've always been slightly overweight, and it's never bothered me.
You look fabulous, actually.
Thank you. But it's not ever been really an issue, which I'm glad for. But when I used to get out of the shower after the mastectomy, the first place that you tend to have a look is in the mirror. And also, that's why I'm so grateful for the M store that could restore that sort of outward dignity, because your dresses hang strangely, and I was so pleased that I could go and get that was the bras, and the prosthesis was absolutely beautiful. Yes. And because I'd worked right throughout, I was so grateful for that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did go to Cape Town as well, and I had a look at some of their stock there, but I actually found better stock at the M store here in Port Elizabeth.
Incredible, right here at your doorstep.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what advice do you have to women who may be going through a similar sort of journey that you've been through already in your life?
I think it's very important that you learn to look after yourself. And you need to talk to people who've maybe been through the journey. It was very comforting to me to connect with women who'd had similar experiences. And somehow, despite the fact that the oncologist tells you your blood pressure once on the medication or post treatment, your blood pressure might be elevated, I think you're so concerned with just getting through each day of the treatment that post-treatment you forget about those things. And I remember seeing a patient who'd had a mastectomy and had treatment, and I said to her, you know, I don't feel so well. And she said, have you checked your blood pressure? How ridiculous that I hadn't thought of that. And I went and checked it. I did a monitor, and it was elevated. And then I went back and looked at the list of things that can come with treatment, and blood pressure was one of them.
Wow.
So I think we need each other, and I think it's very comforting to be able to speak to people along their journey.
Yes.
And I do think exercise is very important.
Yes.
I immediately don't do it anymore, but I got involved with Pilates, which was really helpful. I started slowly as I gained my strength. I walked. I also have a wonderful family and a husband who loves me dearly. Yes. And I think one of the biggest pains for me was to see the concern of my children and my husband.
Yeah.
That was.
It's not a journey that, even though you are walking it alone, they all come along with you.
They do. And I think I was in my 6th year of remission. I went to see a oncologist on my own. And I walked in and he said to me, where's your hubby? And I said, well, he's in Joburg for a while. So he said he was working away for a little while. And he said, you know, Rose, I've seen you for 6 years, and this is the first time that you've come to see me on your own. Yeah. And I went home and just said to my husband, love, thank you. Yes. Because that is such a comforting thing, just to have someone to drive you there. Yes. Have a cup of coffee afterwards. Yes. And so it's a journey that takes bravery. Mm-hmm. But if you can walk each day and push forward each day and hold on to the truth that you will survive by being brave. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Well, thank you for sharing with us today.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Absolutely stunning inside and out, and we wish you all the best with everything else that you've got going on. You've got a beautiful practice here as well in Mill Park, and you're transforming lives. And you're able to connect with so many patients on such a deeper level, which is absolutely amazing.
And I'm so lucky to have the M store right at my door.
Yes.
Isn't it lovely?
Absolutely, right here next door.
Yes.
And you're able to connect with them, and they're able to walk this journey with you as well. Yeah.
It's been really very special.